Deep within the unforgiving wilderness of Russia, where ancient forests whisper secrets and shadows dance with the unknown, lies a mountain shrouded in legend. Vtovara, a place where the laws of nature seem to bend and the boundaries between the real and the supernatural blur. Here, trees twist in silent agony, their forms defying logic and reason. An unsettling silence hangs heavy in the air, broken only by the wind whistling through the skeletal branches. Life, as we know it, seems to have abandoned this place. Locals call it Death Mountain. Scattered across this desolate landscape are thousands of ancient stones, the remnants of a forgotten past. Were they placed by human hands or by forces beyond our comprehension? What secrets do they hold? Ruins emerge from the undergrowth, hinting at a lost civilization, a culture that vanished into the mists of time. Who were these people? What knowledge did they possess, and why did they disappear? On the shores of a nearby lake, ancient rock carvings whisper tales of a time before history. Strange figures and symbols, etched into the very fabric of the mountain, offer tantalizing clues to a forgotten world. Is Vtovara a window into a lost civilization, a place where the veil between worlds is thin? Or is it merely a natural anomaly, a testament to the power of human imagination? Join us as we journey to find out.
In the remote wilderness of Russia's Karelia Republic lies Vtovara, a mountain enveloped in legend and mystery. Locals whisper of its otherworldly energy, a place where trees twist unnaturally and ancient stones defy understanding. This rugged landscape, once part of ancient Finland, has been revered for millennia by the Sami tribes and shamans, ancestors of modern Finns. They believed Vtovara held special spiritual power, and today it continues to draw those curious enough to unravel its unexplained phenomena. As one ascends Vtovara, the mountain's strangeness becomes increasingly apparent. The journey begins through dense pine and fir forests, but soon the trees start to twist and contort in unnatural ways. Trunks spiral as if caught in a slow-motion dance, and branches curve downward, forming eerie shapes that challenge logic. At the summit, no tree is older than a few decades, suggesting an unseen force periodically resets the forest's life cycle, leaving a landscape frozen in endless renewal. The unsettling atmosphere is heightened by an almost supernatural silence. No birds call, no creatures scurry, and the lakes dotting the slopes are devoid of fish. This absence of life, combined with the twisted trees and desolate atmosphere, has led locals to nickname it Death Mountain. Yet, despite its eerie reputation, Vtovara attracts explorers, spiritual seekers, and curious minds alike. Adding to the enigma are about 1,600 massive stones known as sides, arranged across the terrain in deliberate formations. Sacred to the Sami, these stones were believed to represent spirits of nature or earth guardians. Balanced delicately on smaller rocks, they appear to float just above the ground, their massive weight seemingly defying gravity. While some scientists attribute their positions to glacial movements during the Ice Age, the precise balancing of so many stones challenges this explanation. What are the odds that 1,600 stones would rest so perfectly in such precarious positions? If these stones were placed by human hands, it raises questions about how ancient people achieved such feats. The delicate balance suggests they were placed with great care, ensuring the smaller supporting rocks weren't crushed. Could an ancient civilization have possessed advanced knowledge or tools beyond our understanding? And if so, what purpose did these seds serve? Were they markers, altars, or part of a complex spiritual map laid across the mountain? One of the most intriguing features is a formation known as the Well. Locals speculate that this stone structure is an ancient man-made reservoir, with blocks cut into rectangular shapes too precise for natural erosion. Despite centuries of weathering that have cracked and deformed the stones, remnants of precise interlockings remain, hinting at human craftsmanship. Similar structures exist elsewhere in Europe, such as the carved tank at Bulgaria's Perperikon sanctuary, which channels water through intricate grooves, surviving thousands of years. Might the Vtovara well share a connection with such sites, hinting at a broader lost knowledge that spanned ancient Europe? If so, how did ancient builders across vast distances and time share similar techniques? Scattered among the megaliths are other enigmatic artifacts, smooth, oval stone spheres often resting on natural pedestals. Their surfaces, worn but clearly crafted, resemble finds near the Bosnian Pyramid and in Costa Rica, where over 300 such spheres have been uncovered. Their purpose remains unknown. Were they used in ancient rituals? Symbols of lost knowledge connecting distant peoples? Or merely artistic expressions lost to time? The similarities between these objects across far-flung sites suggest connections modern science has yet to explain, leaving a tantalizing mystery. Beyond the seeds, spheres, and well, Vtovara reveals more structures that challenge natural explanations. One appears to be the remains of ancient stairs, partially buried in the rugged terrain. The stones forming these steps are squared and smoothed, fitting together with precision that seems artificial, like a staircase leading nowhere, perhaps once part of a larger, lost complex. While some scientists suggest natural geological formations, visitors often leave with the impression that the mountain holds secrets, defying easy explanations. Another curious ruin resembles a prehistoric wall composed of large, squared stone blocks fitting together with uncanny precision. Though weathered by time, the blocks retain traces of their original smoothness, hinting at sophisticated craftsmanship. Is it possible that this wall, like other structures on Vtovara, was built by a civilization that has vanished, taking its knowledge and techniques into history's mists? The mysteries extend beyond physical structures. On the eastern bank of Lake Onega, Europe's second largest lake, lies ancient rock art known as the Onega petroglyphs. Carved into granite cliffs rising from the lake, these 1,200 carvings are estimated to be 5,000 to 6,000 years old. Remarkably, they use light and shadow to transform the cliffs into a prehistoric canvas that shifts with the setting sun. During the day, the carvings are nearly invisible, blending into the rocky surface. But as the sun descends, the granite turns a deep red, and the images emerge in stark relief, illuminated in a stunning natural display. It's as if the ancient artists intentionally chose this location to bring their visions to life using nature's light. The imagery of the Onega petroglyphs is as mysterious as Vtovara itself. Unlike familiar motifs of Eurasian rock art, these carvings predominantly feature waterbirds, especially swans, etched with precision that suggests deep reverence. The most striking figure is a human-like creature with a rectangular body and an oversized square head, over 2.5 meters long. Carved into a rock overlooking Lake Onega, its placement suggests it was seen as a spiritual gateway to the netherworld by the Neolithic people. Centuries later, Christian monks defaced the figure, carving a 7-pointed Orthodox cross over it, believing it to be a symbol of the devil. Their actions were part of efforts to suppress what they saw as pagan beliefs, leaving a legacy of conflict and cultural erasure. Yet, despite attempts to suppress the mountain's spiritual legacy, Vtovara's allure endures. Today, many visitors journey to this remote region, drawn by its palpable energy. They come to meditate among the ancient stones, hoping to connect with the spirits said to inhabit this mystical place. Walking among twisted trees, enigmatic formations and ancient carvings, they ponder, is Vtovara a relic of a lost civilization where ancient knowledge intersects with unexplained natural forces? Or is it simply a natural anomaly, its reputation shaped by centuries of human imagination and wonder? In the remote wilderness of the North Caucasus, nestled within the Kabardino-Balkaria Republic, lies a rugged and untouched landscape. Towering mountains and vast, desolate stretches of wilderness guard the secrets of this isolated region. Few dare to venture here, but in 2011, Russian speleologist Arthur Zhemukov uncovered something that would challenge our understanding of ancient history. While exploring the peak of Karahora mountain, Zhemukov stumbled upon what appeared to be a simple vertical fissure in the earth. However, as he and his team descended, they realized this was no ordinary cave. The walls were lined with geometrically precise stone slabs, arranged so perfectly that it became clear this was the work of human hands. The shaft, which initially appeared natural, revealed itself to be a man-made structure. Driven by curiosity, the team continued their descent. The polished stone walls plunged 130 feet before opening into a vast underground hall, standing an imposing 36 meters high. The shaft itself extended over 350 feet, constructed from massive megalithic blocks that fit together with near-perfect precision. The blocks formed right angles, leaving minimal gaps between them. Such craftsmanship raised serious questions. Who could have built such a structure, and how did they achieve such accuracy? Within the hall, Zhemukov's team found stone blocks resembling columns, arranged with such care that the site appeared to have been constructed for a specific purpose. The polished walls bore an uncanny resemblance to the Grand Gallery of the Pyramid of Khufu in Egypt. As they explored further, the passageways narrowed, some becoming too tight for even a child to pass through. Although they could not fully explore the structure, the evidence pointed to a single conclusion. This was no natural cave. It was a man-made structure of astonishing complexity. The scale and precision of the megalithic blocks raised profound questions. Some of the stones weighed over 200 tons, yet they had been fitted together with minimal gaps, much like other ancient wonders. What kind of technology could have enabled such an ancient civilization to construct such a monumental structure? As word of the discovery spread, it attracted the attention of other researchers. Vadim Chernobrov, head of Cosmopoisk, a Russian organization studying anomalies, joined Zhemukov on further expeditions. Using precise measurements, Chernobrov mapped the explored sections and produced a 3D model comparing the shaft to a Soviet space rocket. His findings emphasized the artificial design of the structure. Despite the overwhelming evidence that the Karahora shaft was man-made, its purpose remained a mystery. Chernobrov speculated that it might have had a technological function, possibly serving as part of a larger machine or seismological research facility. The narrow passageways suggested the structure was not designed for habitation, but for a more obscure purpose. Other researchers put forward bolder theories, suggesting that the shaft might be part of a long-lost pyramid buried beneath the mountain. Climbers exploring the region noted that there was constant airflow within the shaft, possibly indicating it once functioned as a ventilation system for a more extensive underground complex. Regardless of differing opinions, one thing became clear. The Karahora shaft was not a natural formation. As Zhemukov continued his research, he began to uncover links between the Karahora shaft and ancient legends passed down through generations in the North Caucasus. Myths of vast underground cities, built by forgotten civilizations, seemed eerily consistent with the structure's megalithic construction and geometric precision. The evidence suggested these legends might be rooted in fact. One particularly chilling connection tied the Karahora shaft to World War II. During the war, Germany launched Operation Edelweiss, an attempt to seize the oil-rich Caucasus region. For some leaders, however, the region held more than just strategic value. Heinrich Himmler, head of the SS, had a deep fascination with the occult and believed the Caucasus might hold clues to the origins of the Aryan race. Himmler's organization, the Ahnenerbe, scoured the world for ancient knowledge. Their interest in the Caucasus region, known for its legends of underground cities, was no coincidence. Zhemukov's research revealed that German soldiers had come dangerously close to discovering the Karahora shaft during their occupation of the area. Near the entrance, they carved a swastika, a mark that suggested German researchers were on the hunt for ancient Aryan cities. Even more astonishing was the discovery of an ancient swastika near the same site, far older than when the German army first existed. Could it have been left by the civilization that built the shaft? Zhemukov believed that the Karahora shaft wasn't an isolated site. He speculated that it was part of a larger network of ancient structures, remnants of a forgotten civilization hidden deep within the Caucasus Mountains. However, just as he prepared to deepen his research, tragedy struck. In 2015, after making what he described as a significant new discovery, Zhemukov died in a car accident under mysterious circumstances. His sudden death shocked the research community, and some suspected it was no mere accident. Several other researchers connected to the Karahora shaft had also died under suspicious circumstances. Vadim Chernobrov, who had worked closely with Zhemukov on many expeditions, passed away from cancer just 2 years later. Others involved in the research also met untimely deaths, adding to the air of mystery and danger surrounding the Karahora shaft. In the years following these tragedies, exploration of the shaft came to a halt. For a time, it seemed as though the mysteries of the Karahora shaft would remain buried. However, in 2017 and 2018, a man named Alexander Sploshnov ventured into the region, capturing a series of photographs that reignited interest in the site. His photos, uploaded to social media, confirmed what Zhemukov and Chernobrov had long suspected. The Karahora shaft was not a natural formation. Sploshnov's images revealed massive stone blocks, cut with remarkable precision, as well as what appeared to be machine marks, hinting at advanced technology. Other photos showed stone formations buried beneath the soil, suggesting that the area had once been a major construction site. Despite these tantalizing discoveries, no new expeditions have been launched. The shadow cast by the deaths of those connected to the site, combined with its remote and inhospitable location, has kept the mysteries of the Karahora shaft locked away. To this day, the origin and purpose of the shaft remain unsolved. Was it part of an ancient, advanced civilization, or did it serve a purpose we have yet to understand? If proven to be man-made, the Karahora shaft would rank among the largest and most sophisticated megalithic sites on Earth, rivaling the pyramids of Egypt. Yet for now, its secrets remain hidden, waiting for a new generation of explorers brave enough to uncover them. Denisova Cave, a place that changed our view of human evolution forever. What secrets lie within this ancient chamber? How did a discovery here challenge everything we thought we knew? Discovered in 1977 by Russian scientists, Denisova Cave seemed like just another archaeological site in a region full of history. But this cave would soon become one of the most significant finds in anthropology. Initial digs revealed tools, animal bones, and remnants of ancient fires. Then, in 2008, a tiny pinky bone fragment was found, buried in the darkness of the cave for over 40,000 years. That single bone would change the world. At first, it seemed like a remnant of ancient human life, perhaps a Neanderthal. But the DNA revealed a mystery. It didn't match modern humans or Neanderthals. It pointed to something new, an unknown lineage that had slipped through time. They called them the Denisovans. How many other lost branches of humanity remain undiscovered? What did these beings know that we do not? It's like finding a whole new chapter in the book of human history, remarked Dr. Svante Paabo, a pioneer in ancient DNA research. The Denisovan discovery sent shockwaves through science, not only because they existed, but because of their mysterious traits. Denisova Cave extends over 60 meters into the mountain. Its shadowy chambers held more than bones. They found tools and ornaments, bracelets of polished greenstone and pendants of mammoth ivory. Artifacts too advanced for their time. Who crafted these objects? Did they reveal a culture as complex as early humans? Or did they suggest something even stranger, interaction between Denisovans and others? It suggests a level of complexity in these societies we hadn't expected, said one researcher. Were the Denisovans artists? Did they chart the stars or communicate with distant human groups? Denisova Cave is a time capsule, preserving clues about ancient climates, creatures, and lives. But for every answer, more mysteries arise. Denisovan DNA has been found in populations thousands of miles away in Southeast Asia and Australia. How did they spread so far? Were they explorers, crossing oceans or navigating mountain passes long before recorded history? Unlike the robust Neanderthals and artistic Homo sapiens, the Denisovans appear to blend traits from both. Their DNA in Melanesians and Aboriginal Australians suggests ancient intermingling. Were they a hidden lineage, or did they play a key role in shaping humanity? The cave's secrets blur the line between myth and reality. Could ancient Siberian folklore of giants be memories of Denisovans? Or might they link to myths of lost civilizations, stories of advanced peoples who vanished without a trace? Some believe the true extent of the Denisovans' knowledge has been hidden. What could be so dangerous about their story? Did these ancient humans have knowledge beyond what we credit them for? An understanding of the stars, or travel skills rivaling the Mesopotamians? Since the Pinky Bones discovery, archaeologists have found more Denisovan remains: teeth, skull fragments, and tools. One molar, massive and robust, suggested a species physically distinct from Neanderthals and humans. Its size resembled earlier human ancestors, yet it lay beside advanced artifacts. How could primitive features coexist with complex behavior? It is as if the Denisovans were a bridge between ancient hominids and modern humans. Some scientists believe they had larger brains or unique spatial awareness, giving them a deeper understanding of their world. Others suggest they perceived reality differently, in ways beyond our comprehension. Consider the Denisovan bracelet, delicately carved, with a hole drilled so precisely that it suggests a type of drill beyond their time. Could this be forgotten technology or even contact with other realms, as some theorists suggest? Skeptics dismiss these ideas, but the mysteries of Denisova continue to fuel debate. The Altai Mountains are filled with hidden histories. Nearby caves hold traces of Neanderthals and early Homo sapiens, but none rival the depth of Denisova's findings. It's as if this cave was a crossroads, where ancient cultures converged, shared knowledge, and then vanished. Comparing Denisova to the famous Lascaux caves in France reveals a striking contrast. In Lascaux, paintings depict a world of animals and beliefs, early human expression. Denisova's secrets are buried in genetic codes and tools. Lascaux is a window into the mind. Denisova challenges the boundaries of evolution. And the question persists. What else remains in the darkness of Denisova Cave? Each new discovery makes the Denisovan story more intricate. Are we uncovering a forgotten people or understanding a hidden part of ourselves? What truths remain in the shadows? What revelations about our past might be waiting? The discoveries here reach far beyond a cave in Siberia. They touch on fundamental questions of who we are and where we come from. Imagine a world where Denisovans, Neanderthals, and early Homo sapiens coexisted, crossing icy rivers and forests. A world where different branches of humanity exchanged ideas, skills, and stories. Could the Denisovans have been among the first explorers of Asia? Did their knowledge shape later cultures? Some scientists propose Denisovans played a role in early human migrations. Their genetic footprint in Southeast Asia and Oceania suggests a wide range. The mysteries go beyond the cave walls. Denisovan DNA still lingers in some populations, influencing traits like immune responses and high-altitude adaptation. In Tibet, Denisovan genes help people thrive in thin air, an ancient gift from a species long gone. Understanding them helps us understand ourselves. As new excavations continue, the story of Denisova Cave unfolds. The caves of Siberia hold secrets that could change how we see ourselves, secrets that might challenge everything we believe about human history. What lies buried, waiting for discovery? Perhaps the most important clues still lie beneath the surface, in the silence of time. The answers may lie in Denisova Cave, waiting to challenge everything we think we know about humankind. With each new clue, the mystery only deepens. In 2013, deep in the Shoria Mountains of southern Siberia, explorers stumbled upon a site that defied explanation. Massive stone blocks, some over 3,000 tons, arranged in formations that suggested human design. This was the beginning of the mystery of the Gornaya Shoria megaliths, a discovery that could challenge everything we know about ancient history. The expedition, led by Georgy Sidorov, ventured into a region that had remained hidden during the Soviet era. Rising 3,600 feet above sea level, the Gornaya Shoria site held enormous stone structures, stacked with surprising precision. Upon arrival, the team encountered granite blocks with flat surfaces and sharp angles, some towering over 140 feet high, forming what appeared to be a colossal wall stretching over 700 feet. Each block measured around 65 feet in length and stood between 16 to 23 feet tall, dimensions that dwarfed Stonehenge and the pyramids of Egypt. But one question remained. How could such immense stones have been carved, moved, and placed in this remote landscape? Sidorov's notes speculated that the site might date back 100,000 years, pushing the timeline of human construction into uncharted territory. This hypothesis remains speculative, but if accurate, it suggests an advanced civilization that vanished, leaving only these stones behind. The Gornaya Shoria megaliths resemble other ancient structures, like the Baalbek stones in Lebanon or the Sacsayhuaman walls in Peru, sites that have puzzled archaeologists for decades. Yet Gornaya Shoria stands apart due to the immense size of its stones and its remote location, suggesting a level of engineering far beyond what ancient humans are believed to have achieved. Adding to the mystery were circular holes and signs of melting on some stones, as if exposed to intense heat. Sidorov speculated about ancient rock fusion techniques, or even a thermonuclear event, ideas that remain controversial. What could cause such damage? Was it a natural disaster, or some unknown ancient technology? Or, as some suggest, could it be the aftermath of a cataclysmic event that destroyed whatever once stood here? The mystery deepened when the researchers' compasses malfunctioned near the stones. Sidorov suggested a negative geomagnetic field, possibly a remnant of an ancient energy source. Similar geomagnetic disturbances have been seen at other ancient sites, prompting theories that ancient people understood how to harness natural forces in ways we have yet to rediscover. But the harsh Siberian climate cut the expedition short, forcing the researchers to leave before they could find definitive answers. Yet, the clues they gathered hint at a mystery that could rewrite our understanding of ancient civilizations. If these megaliths were built by humans, they suggest a forgotten chapter of history, one with skills and knowledge beyond what we have recorded. If humans built these structures, how did they survive in such a harsh environment? And why settle in the Shoria Mountains, where winters bring deadly cold? During the last ice age, around 20,000 years ago, much of the northern hemisphere was buried under ice. Yet Siberia's mammoth steppe, a cold grassland, offered refuge. Woolly mammoths and other large animals roamed, providing resources for survival. Evidence shows that humans adapted to this land. Stone tools, ivory weapons, and the remains of hunters have been found, suggesting that people thrived here earlier than previously thought, some dating back 30,000 years, nearly twice as old as the earliest known human sites in the Americas. Could the builders of Gornaya Shoria have found a haven in this challenging environment? Gornaya Shoria invites comparisons to other mysterious sites, like Baalbek's 1,000-ton stone blocks or the precisely fitted walls of Sacsayhuaman in the Andes. These places share a common question. How did ancient peoples move and shape such massive stones without modern technology? Unlike those sites, Gornaya Shoria is far from known trade routes or civilizations, adding to the puzzle. Could similar knowledge have spread across ancient cultures, even separated by vast distances? Such theories have led to speculation about a pre-flood civilization, a society that may have existed before a cataclysm reshaped the Earth. Stories of lost civilizations, from Plato's Atlantis to the Great Flood, align with this idea. Could the Shoria megaliths be remnants of a society that thrived long before recorded history, only to be wiped away by disaster? The massive stones and their precise arrangement suggest the work of ancient builders, perhaps echoing their knowledge through similar sites around the world. Despite these theories, official research has been limited. Russian authorities classify the site as a natural formation, suggesting geological processes shaped the blocks. But without thorough archaeological investigation, this conclusion remains uncertain. Observers note the sharp angles and regular arrangement, making a natural explanation seem less likely. Could wind and water alone shape such structures, or do they reveal the mark of ancient craftsmanship? A link between Gornaya Shoria's stones and other megalithic sites, like the underwater ruins off Japan or the terraces of Pumapunku in Bolivia. The scale and precision of these sites hint that ancient builders might have shared architectural knowledge despite being separated by oceans. Could an ancient network have connected these cultures, leaving behind a global puzzle? Beyond the academic debate, Gornaya Shoria inspires more speculative ideas. What if these stones were not just the remnants of an ancient civilization, but designed with a purpose we don't yet understand? Could they have functioned as an energy center, tapping into geomagnetic forces? Some theorists point to the circular holes and signs of melting as evidence of ancient technology, perhaps a form of energy manipulation or a defensive mechanism that led to the site's destruction. These theories remain controversial but echo ancient legends, stories of cities destroyed by fire from the sky, of civilizations lost in sudden cataclysms. Tales like the sinking of Atlantis or the fall of Sodom and Gomorrah resonate with the stones of Gornaya Shoria. Could these myths hold a hidden truth about the structures beneath the Siberian wilderness? For now, the Gornaya Shoria megaliths remain an enigma, caught between myth and reality, nature and human design. Until more research is done, the truth remains buried in Siberia's frozen landscape. But if these megaliths were crafted by human hands, they could reshape our understanding of ancient history, challenging our beliefs about early human capabilities. As the sun sets over the Shoria Mountains, the megaliths stand as a silent mystery, questioning everything we know about human ingenuity. Are they remnants of a lost civilization or the result of nature's forces? Until more evidence emerges, Gornaya Shoria continues to invite speculation and wonder.
The Pazyryk believed that after they died they would go to a mountain pasture. Yukok seems to me the sort of place where the souls of the Pazyryk would have gathered. You feel that you're about to unveil a secret when you open the lid. You don't know what's inside. A face or something else might appear through the ice.
The discovery of the Tisul Princess, a mummified woman in Siberia, remains one of the most mysterious and unexplained archaeological findings in recent history. This mysterious event, which occurred in the early 1970s, has sparked numerous theories and continues to intrigue researchers and scientists. The Tisul Princess was discovered in September 1969 in the village of Rzavchik, Tisulskago, located in the Tisul district of Kemerovo Oblast, Siberia.
One of the most important discoveries this century in the context of archaeological discipline.
The unearthing of the mummy was purely accidental, resulting from the routine mining activities in the area. A local miner named Karpov stumbled upon a large, solid casket buried approximately 70 feet underground while excavating a coal mine. As Karpov and his colleagues worked to extract the casket, they were taken aback by its unusual design and pristine condition. The casket, made of a type of pinkish-white marble and sealed with an unknown black resin, stood out against the surrounding earth and coal. Upon closer inspection, they noticed that the resin had preserved the casket in such a way that it appeared almost new, despite the coal around it being millions of years old. The miners, driven by curiosity and a sense of duty to uncover what they had found, decided to open the casket. To their astonishment, the interior was filled with a pinkish-blue liquid that seemed to have preserved the contents perfectly. Inside, they found the remarkably well-preserved body of a woman. She appeared to be in her 30s, with European features, long, dark hair, and dressed in a delicate lace dress. Her hands were crossed over her chest and she wore an ornate silver tiara on her head. The woman's body showed no signs of decay, and her skin retained a lifelike elasticity and color, almost as if she were merely sleeping. This level of preservation, especially in such an ancient burial, was unprecedented. Additionally, the advanced craftsmanship of her dress and accessories suggested a high level of civilization and technological prowess that contradicted the historical timeline of human development. Word of the discovery quickly spread throughout the village and beyond. Local authorities were notified, and soon after, a team of Soviet scientists and archaeologists arrived at the site to examine the find. The initial excitement was tempered by a sense of caution and concern, as the discovery posed numerous unanswered questions and potential ramifications. The scientists who inspected the casket and its contents were baffled. The preservation method, the composition of the preserving liquid, and the advanced nature of the artifacts found with the body all defied conventional understanding. Preliminary tests indicated that the burial dated back tens of thousands of years, which contradicted established historical and archaeological records of human civilization in the region. Several aspects of the Tisul Princess discovery added to its mysterious nature. Firstly, the depth at which the casket was found suggested it had been buried for an extraordinarily long period, far beyond the scope of known human history. Secondly, the preservation liquid, upon analysis, contained a complex mixture of chemicals that did not match any known natural or synthetic substances available at the time. Moreover, the fact that the woman appeared to be of European descent in a region historically inhabited by nomadic tribes added another layer of intrigue. Her sophisticated attire and the craftsmanship of her accessories hinted at a highly advanced and possibly forgotten civilization. As the implications of the discovery became apparent, the Soviet government took a keen interest in the case. The site was quickly cordoned off, and all information related to the find was classified. The casket and the remains of the Tisul Princess were transported to a secure research facility for further study. Researchers were sworn to secrecy, and local villagers were warned not to speak of the event. This level of secrecy fueled numerous conspiracy theories and speculative narratives about the true nature of the Tisul Princess. Some suggested that the discovery posed a significant threat to the established historical narrative, while others believed it was evidence of extraterrestrial involvement or an advanced ancient civilization. In the years following the discovery, information about the Tisul Princess remained scarce and highly controlled. Occasional leaks and accounts from those involved in the original find suggested that the researchers had made significant but undisclosed breakthroughs in understanding the preservation techniques and the origins of the artifacts. One particularly intriguing theory that emerged was the idea that the Tisul Princess could be an ancient escape pod from an advanced civilization that had either originated on Earth and disappeared, or come from another planet. This theory was partly fueled by the advanced technology evident in the preservation methods and the composition of the casket and its contents. Despite the Soviet government's tight control over information, some details about the Tisul Princess continued to emerge through unofficial channels. Researchers who had worked on the project, bound by secrecy, occasionally hinted at breakthroughs that defied conventional scientific understanding. These revelations further fueled public curiosity and speculation. One of the key areas of research focused on the chemical composition of the preserving liquid found in the casket. Analysis revealed that the liquid contained a complex mixture of substances, including elements that were either extremely rare or unknown to modern science. This discovery led some researchers to hypothesize that the liquid was not naturally occurring, but rather synthetically engineered by a highly advanced civilization. Another area of interest was the casket itself, made of a type of marble not found in the region and sealed with an unknown black resin. The casket's construction suggested a level of technological sophistication far beyond what was believed possible for the time period, indicated by preliminary dating. The precision of the sealing and the preservation of the body indicated that the people who created it possessed advanced knowledge of material science and preservation techniques. Several unique and interesting facts emerged about the Tisul Princess and her burial site. For instance, her ornate silver tiara, upon closer inspection, was found to contain intricate engravings and symbols that did not match any known language or writing system. This led some to speculate that it might be a form of communication or record-keeping from a lost civilization. Additionally, the dress worn by the Tisul Princess was made from a type of fabric that was both incredibly fine and durable, suggesting advanced textile production techniques. The fabric's weave was unlike anything seen in historical records, further complicating efforts to place her within a known historical context. The casket's location also raised intriguing questions. Found deep within a coal seam, the burial site was millions of years old, predating the emergence of modern humans. This anachronism suggested either that the casket had been deliberately placed there by an unknown civilization with advanced capabilities, or that it had somehow ended up there through means that defied current understanding of geological and archaeological processes. Theories about the origins and significance of the Tisul Princess abound, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. One of the more popular theories is that she was a member of a highly advanced ancient civilization that had achieved remarkable technological and scientific advancements before mysteriously disappearing. This theory posits that her burial was a form of preservation, intended to protect her body and knowledge for future generations. Another theory, which delves into the realm of science fiction, suggests that the Tisul Princess was part of an ancient escape pod from an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. Proponents of this theory point to the advanced preservation techniques and the unknown materials as evidence that the technology used was not of this Earth. They speculate that she might have been a member of a spacefaring race that visited Earth millions of years ago, only to leave behind a cryptic legacy. Several mysterious coincidences have added to the intrigue surrounding the Tisul Princess. For example, shortly after the discovery, several individuals involved in the excavation and initial examination reportedly fell ill under unexplained circumstances. Some accounts even suggest that a few of these individuals died suddenly, leading to rumors of a curse or contamination related to the casket and its contents. Furthermore, there have been reports of unusual phenomena in the vicinity of the discovery site. Villagers have claimed to witness strange lights in the sky and unexplained electrical disturbances since the casket was unearthed. These occurrences have led some to believe that the site might hold residual energy or technology from the advanced civilization that created the casket. Another curious aspect is the timing of the discovery. It occurred during the height of the Cold War, a period marked by intense secrecy and competition between superpowers. Some theorists suggest that the Soviet government's swift and decisive actions to secure and classify the find indicate its potential significance in the geopolitical landscape at the time. The secrecy and tight control over information have only fueled further speculation and conspiracy theories. The discovery of the Tisul Princess remains one of the most fascinating and mysterious archaeological finds of the 20th century.
The last object caused an event known as the Tunguska event. What it did was it blew up in the sky. It was an airburst. Fortunately, happened over an uninhabited area of Siberia.
Do you believe that officials at the highest levels of our national security have unlawfully withheld information from Congress?
There are certain elected leaders that had more information that I would not be surprised.
Siberia, a vast region that stretches across the eastern part of Russia, has long fascinated explorers, scientists, and historians with its remote beauty, with its vast and remote landscapes, has long been a fertile ground for the development of various intriguing theories and conspiracies.
It was long held that there was only one founding population, and that their route was up through Siberia. The first settlers made it to the Americas.
These range from the plausible to the fantastical, reflecting human fascination with the unknown and the mysterious aspects of this expansive region.
They are clearly protecting or preserving something under, I believe it's 3 miles of ice.
The Tunguska event of 1908 is a tale that sounds like something straight out of a science fiction novel. Imagine a massive explosion occurring in the remote Siberian wilderness, flattening an estimated 80 million trees across an area as vast as 2,150 square kilometers. What's even more baffling is that this colossal event left behind no impact crater, fueling decades of speculation and a variety of theories aiming to explain what exactly happened near the stony Tunguska River that day. At the heart of the scientific quest to unravel this mystery is the leading explanation that points to an airburst from a meteoroid or comet as the culprit. Picture a cosmic body, about 50 to 60 meters in diameter, hurtling towards Earth and exploding in the atmosphere with the energy equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT. This scenario is not only dramatic, but also backed by eyewitness accounts of a bright flash and a scorching hot wind. Further support comes from studies revealing microscopic glass spheres in the soil, evidence of the high-temperature melting you'd expect from such a meteoritic explosion. Yet the human mind loves a good mystery, and the Tunguska event has spawned some of the more exotic and outlandish theories. Take, for instance, the hypothesis of a mini black hole zipping through Earth, entering our atmosphere over Tunguska and exiting on the other side. It's a theory straight out of a sci-fi thriller, complete with massive energy release and no impact crater. But as you might guess, this theory lacks hard evidence and strays far from the realm of empirical science. Then there's the antimatter theory, suggesting that the explosion resulted from a matter-antimatter annihilation. This idea taps into our fascination with cosmic phenomena, proposing an immense release of energy as a tiny amount of antimatter meets matter in our atmosphere. Although it makes for an intriguing plotline, this theory too lacks the support of direct evidence and ventures into speculative territory, given the rarity of antimatter in our universe. Some speculate that the explosion was the result of an extraterrestrial spacecraft, either crashing or intentionally detonating above the surface. While this theory might fuel endless debates and what-if scenarios, it falls short in the evidence department. Another intriguing proposition is that the Tunguska event was the test of a secret weapon, perhaps by Tsarist Russia. The idea that a nation in the early 20th century could possess a weapon capable of such destruction adds a layer of intrigue to the mystery. However, like the others, this theory stumbles on the lack of historical evidence and the sheer implausibility of such advanced technology existing at the time. When we compare these theories, the meteoroid or comet airburst stands out as the most scientifically plausible explanation. It's grounded in a significant body of evidence, from the pattern of treefall to the presence of extraterrestrial spherules in the soil. This evidence paints a picture consistent with known meteorite impacts, albeit on a much larger scale. In contrast, the alternative theories, though they capture the imagination, fall short of empirical support and often contradict our current understanding of science. In the annals of history, few inventors spark the imagination quite like Nikola Tesla, a man whose vision for the future was as vast as it was ahead of his time. Among his ambitious projects, the Wardenclyffe Tower stands out as a testament to his dream of wirelessly transmitting power and communications across the globe. Situated in Shoreham, New York, this tower was Tesla's bold attempt to distribute free energy to any point on Earth and to send messages as far as Paris. Despite its potential, the project was never completed, largely due to financial woes. Tesla's claims about the tower's capabilities were grandiose, with promises of effects felt all over the globe. This backdrop sets the stage for one of the more tantalizing speculative theories linking Tesla's innovations directly to the mysterious Tunguska event of 1908. Imagine Tesla, under the immense pressure to showcase the fruits of his labor, deciding to conduct a dramatic demonstration of his wireless energy transmission technology. The theory posits that he directed a massive surge of energy towards the Arctic, only for this experiment to veer off course spectacularly, resulting in the massive explosion witnessed in the remote Siberian wilderness. Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower was indeed designed to harness the Earth's ionosphere for the wireless transmission of energy. Theorists who connect Tesla to Tunguska speculate that he had unlocked a method to focus this energy to a pinpoint location, utilizing the Earth and its atmospheric layers as conduits. The timing is intriguing, with the Tunguska event occurring in 1908, a period when Tesla would have been eager to validate his life's work. However, the remote location chosen for this supposed demonstration raises questions, with the ensuing disaster allegedly unintended. Despite the captivating narrative, the technological and scientific realities present significant hurdles. The sheer scale of energy required to cause an event mirroring the destruction at Tunguska surpasses what was conceivable for Tesla or indeed any technology of the era. There's also a conspicuous absence of any historical documentation or Tesla's own account suggesting an experiment of this nature took place, particularly one targeting the Arctic. Moreover, had Tesla indeed transmitted energy capable of leveling forests over such a vast distance, the atmospheric disturbances would have been noticeable well beyond Siberia, likely manifesting as widespread auroras or other phenomena. Yet no records of such effects exist. Additionally, the lack of any man-made physical evidence at the Tunguska site and the explosion's characteristics align more closely with an extraterrestrial object's airburst, further distancing Tesla from the event. The speculation around Tesla's connection to the Tunguska explosion weaves an intriguing tapestry of what-ifs, blending the legendary inventor's groundbreaking aspirations with one of the 20th century's greatest scientific mysteries. Yet when dissected under the lens of available evidence and scientific feasibility, the theory remains just that, a speculation. Nikola Tesla, the man whose inventions lit up the world, is no stranger to the world of mystery and speculation. His work on alternating current, the Tesla coil, and early radio technology fundamentally changed the course of human history. His claims of developing technologies for wireless electricity, death rays, and even weather modification have sparked endless debate and fascination. However, it's the whispers of his lost experiments, particularly those possibly conducted in the remote expanse of Siberia, that have captured the imagination. The allure of Tesla's unrevealed inventions and Siberia's mysterious vastness weaves a compelling narrative. Among the most intriguing are suggestions that Tesla tested 2 to 3 of his most speculative inventions in Siberia: advanced energy weapons and earthquake machines. The notion of Tesla, possibly in league with the Russian government, unleashing the power of a directed energy weapon in the isolation of Siberia, is the stuff of legends. This death ray was said to be capable of downing aircraft from hundreds of miles away, a claim that, while never demonstrated, has nonetheless fueled speculative fires for decades. But how plausible are these theories? The truth is, there's no concrete evidence to suggest Tesla ever set foot in Siberia or carried out experiments there. His later years were marked by financial hardship and a gradual withdrawal from the public eye, making the logistics of such a venture highly improbable. Furthermore, the tales of Tesla's earthquake machine, a device that could supposedly trigger tremors, add another layer. While Tesla did experiment with mechanical oscillators, the leap from a small-scale laboratory experiment to triggering seismic events in Siberia is a giant one. When we compare these speculative Siberian adventures with Tesla's documented work, we find both similarities and stark differences. Tesla's public demonstrations of his inventions show a man keen on sharing his discoveries with the world. This openness contrasts sharply with the secretive nature of the supposed Siberian experiments, which remain to this day shrouded in mystery and without a shred of concrete proof.